Hi, we're here.
Hello, how is everyone? I think we have a few more. I'm going to start my count. Hi, it's me. I'm going to be covering this call today. Justin is not feeling well. So you have me. We're still going to be going over Marketing Listings 101. I'm going to cover a few things, and Justin can add on to this. Or if you guys have any questions from me, I'm happy to answer them. So we'll give it a few more minutes.
No, both.
Okay. How is everyone? I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. The team had the mastermind in Arizona this past weekend, so Justin is out today and I will be covering his call. I'm still going to be going over a few things as far as just Marketing Listings 101. Like I had mentioned before, he's probably going to add a few things that I don't cover, just as far as the social media aspect of, targeted markets specifically, things like that, the things that I'm not really familiar with. I'm just going to kind of cover the standard basics of it. And I'm really surprised, honestly, speaking with a lot of agents, not a whole lot of companies have a standard marketing procedure as far as whenever they get listings on how they market things or if they have a certain schedule that goes out. So I kind of just want to go over that with everyone and see if anyone even has any ideas you could throw my way. That I can help recommend to VA as far as whenever they're doing your marketing listings for you, things that they could be doing that I'm not thinking of also. So let's get started. So I was looking at my Asana board, and I don't know if everyone's using Asana or not. I think a majority of the people that I've spoken with do use Asana. And you can set up a marketing schedule. Let me share my screen with you. You can set up, can everyone see my screen okay?
Yep.
Everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. You can set up a marketing calendar inside your Asana board, so your VA will know exactly what needs to go out when you list it. So I'm just going to kind of show you a few things that like I said, my expertise is to train VAs on how to set the scheduling up for you guys. So if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to throw them my way. I'm always open to that. But so I'm just going to use this as an example. This is things that I put in the on the board. And so I'm going to go over here to my calendar. So in your calendar, I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but you can set up like Mondays, what happens with your listings, or Tuesdays, what happens, what kind of posts your VA needs to send out on Wednesdays. And then you can set up the color for it. So high priority or, less of a priority. You can customize it over here. So you can assign that specifically to your VA to do this every single Monday or every single Tuesday. Whenever you get a new listing, they can immediately come over here, put your listing in, and then set up your marketing schedule for that listing in the exact same way every single time so that it's just completely consistent. That's just kind of what I like to recommend as far as that goes. But also in your Kajabi modules, Justin has like your target audiences, where to find them, checklists on what kind of social media you can be doing. Let me show you. A little. Oh, can everyone mute their microphone for me? I think there's some background noise everyone else is hearing. Okay, thank you. So that's just pretty much how I recommend VAs to organize the marketing schedule. Now, if you don't use Asana, there are other ways. And I've created a calendar that I'm trying to find it for you guys. I wasn't prepared, so I apologize. But there is a calendar that I've created, and I can send it to anyone if you want it after this meeting. But that it sets up your, like, as soon as you get a listing, what's supposed to happen. Now you can customize this calendar, according to your schedule and your specific wants and needs. Let me try to find that for you guys. Okay. I think this is it. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, it looks something like this. This isn't it. I apologize, I wasn't prepared for this meeting, but it looks something like this. So I can send this to you guys, but you can customize it. It's a little bit more detailed than this as well. I just found this really quick on Google. But you can customize it. So every time you get a new listing, you can just have one standard calendar like this, and your VA can have it ready to go. So they know exactly what needs to happen when you get a new listing and how to market that listing, what website they need to go to, what kind of flyer they need to create, what kind of advertising it takes. And so if you have a social media marketing, or I'm sorry, a social media VA person already, then they're going to be a rock star at this. But anyone that doesn't have a social media, like specifically background, like myself, we're not experts in, marketing and all that stuff, then this is going to be really easy for them to follow as well. It's going to be super simple, nothing to it, because you're going to lay it all out there for them. And again, I have something similar to this, but it just kind of goes over what the basics of the social networks are, what popular ones are used. And then also, this is just there's certain times they say are more popular to market your listings, like when they would get more hits. I have a template for that as well. This is just a basic one I found. But if you can see over here where it says tips, it just kind of says aim for 2 posts per day, keep the audience interested. So on Facebook, ask questions when you post your listings, things like that your VA necessarily wouldn't know if they don't have a marketing background, right? Like me, I would have to go and figure all this stuff out for myself because I never had any sort of marketing training. I never had any of that. So that's just things you just learn along the way. So all of this is super easy for them to follow is if you just give it to them, and that way it's standard procedure, every single listing. There's no reason for them to have any gray area as to why something wasn't done when you've given it to them and you told them this is how X, Y, and Z needs to be done. It should be done. So I just, I like consistency. But other than that, that's really all I had. Did anyone have any questions or anything regarding that? Regarding social media marketing or marketing your listing?
Kristen, I have a question.
Sure, please, go ahead.
Okay, I remember seeing a tutorial that Justin did a while back about like an easy way of taking a checklist from a sheet and putting it into Asana instead of like line by line. Somehow he did it all at once, and I would like to find that tutorial again. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Let me share that with you. I do have the tutorial.
Okay.
And then so can you see my screen, or let me share it with you one more time, just so I make sure I'm sending you the right thing. So looking at my Asana board here, so this is my seller checklist, and then my buyer checklist. You're just saying take this entire thing and just copy and paste the Excel spreadsheet, correct?
Yeah, to create what you have right there. Right.
Yes, absolutely. I can send you the tutorial on that. I'll send that to you as soon as we get off the call.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. And this is Lacey, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I will get that to you.
And can you put it in the chat so we can all have it?
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
like it too.
absolutely. Sure. Let me find it for you guys. I think it's in the Kajabi. Let me check.
If it's in Kajabi, then we can.
Might be in his.
You know what? It might be in there.
No worries. Lisa, I'll grab it for you and stick it in there just so you guys have easy access.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, since we're on the topic of social media, perhaps maybe we can just dive a little bit into like how we can get more exposure or more engagement with our posts.
Sure. So I'm going to be honest, I'm not a social media guru. I do apologize. Justin asked me to hop on here and just kind of discuss the one-on-ones of just marketing listings. So I'll do the best I can. But whatever I don't cover, I'm sure he'll be happy to do a follow-up on this video with me. So just a few things that I've found since I've been with SphereRocket that have really helped is Matt actually led a really good LinkedIn. I think it was 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago, kind of touching on LinkedIn and how you can really broaden your marketing as far as that goes and getting contacts and really getting exposure. Now, as far as Instagram and Facebook, you can do different things as far as like you can do when you're marketing listings specifically, or were you just asking in general, like if you're even marketing yourself?
I think it's more just generic posts to get engagement, to get people to respond to us, right? So like we post, and the goal is to get a return on these types of postings. So I guess if we post, how do we get more likes, more followers, more people to engage that will eventually lead to a conversion to an appointment or to a phone call?
So I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm just speaking in this world that we're living in now. It's all social media, right? That's how we get most of our business. The things that I've seen that have worked well, and again, I'm not a guru on social media as far as, attracting more leads and things like that. Justin can definitely dive deeper into that. So stop me if I'm completely off track, but things I've noticed that have definitely made a difference just since I've been with SphereRocket is videos, short, quick videos, showing your face or just giving good information. I know that SEOs are a big thing, just using good verbiage and hashtags. But specifically speaking, I have a lot of you guys on my Facebook, and I see stories. Everyone's posting on their stories and different things, real estate related things or personal things. And there's a few of you guys that have just, I watch your stories regularly because you're very engaging. I think that if you can help your audience relate as far as not even just real estate, just sharing personal things on your social media and real estate knowledge is a huge thing. Just an example, this weekend, the team had a big event in Arizona, and a lot of them were posting pictures by the pool. They were playing games, all real estate related event, but that was just definitely a personalized touch. And I watch stuff like that. People watch quick little videos or even walking through a listing, giving a quick tour. I think videos and pictures and being relatable definitely get more traffic. And I don't know if it's probably not a generational thing, I wouldn't think. I think that's just a new today thing, in the world we live in is social media. But I don't know, I was just watching a lot of their stories this weekend, and I like how you can be a super normal, fun person, yet you have all this knowledge about real estate, and little does everyone know you're a multi-million-dollar company. You know, like that's definitely something that stands out to someone and definitely stands out to me. So I think that would be a big thing. And again, Justin can build on all of this. I'm just speaking from what I see. That's all.
Hey, Kristen, I'm going to jump in on that one a little bit. This is Rebecca speaking. Stephen, we did talk about Snapchat and Instagram specifically in the masterminding event this weekend. I think it should be on the recording, so definitely check that out. But as far as like getting engagement on social media, a lot of it comes down to posting consistently and really making sure that it's something that's going to be of value and interest to your ideal target client or to your market. So when you're posting consistently, the algorithms are going to notice that you're posting and they're going to reward you for that by showing your posts to more people. So with Instagram specifically, one of the things we talked about is even if you're not able to post in your feed every single day, you want to make sure you're posting on your story every single day because it still counts that. And if you can, try to post something like once an hour because then you're going to stay in front of those people. And like Kristen said, showing that mixture of doing personal and professional. So it shows, yes, you're a real person. They get an idea of who you are. You start to build that like, know, trust with that person. And then as they start interacting with your things more, then you're going to get more engagement. As far as it with the feed posts, doing stuff where you're asking a question, that'll help with it. But definitely there's things that you can do in the stories, like doing polls, doing questions, doing the little sliders that will cause more engagement in there. And then that should show more engagement on your post as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I mean, we are posting constantly. And I think the issue is that because it's like so much, I think we're dwindling down the likes, we're dwindling down the engagement because it's like, oh, it's them again. Oh, it's them again.
Yeah.
So I think that's I guess that was the issue that we were encountering and the reason that we kind of brought that topic up because it was, yes, it's a value, but it's also like top of mind, right? The goal was eventually, hey, let's be top of mind. And then I think it was too much where it's like people aren't even engaging anymore. It's like, oh, it's just that. So I think it was just finding the right type of content to post because it's like, hey, what do you guys think of this countertop, right? Like we're in a property. It's like, hey, what do you guys think of this prop or this countertop? And it's like, it's crickets. So I think just finding the right, I guess, I don't know. I think I have Isa here, so I don't know if she wants to chime in, but that's just something that we're trying to work on. And I know that you guys have like a class coming up in February for Instagram, Snapchat.
Yes.
So I would look at your insights. So talking about Instagram, and I think Facebook probably has this too, where you can look at your posts to see which ones have the most engagements without having to like actually manually go through your feed to see. And I would take which ones were performing the best. Were they ones that had you in them? Were they ones that were a video? And try to focus on creating more content that fit those types of posts. The things that I notice with mine is if I'm in the picture or if I'm doing a video, if I'm there, if I'm present, those posts always do so much better than a post of just like an infographic or a post of just a property. So that's what I'm trying to focus my content more towards, where it's still providing that valuable information, but there's a face that they can associate with because for whatever reason, that's what they like to interact with.
Makes total sense. So can you give me a quick example of something like that you're involved? Do you have a colleague or maybe your client like, hey, take a picture of me real quick, right? And then do you send that to your VA? Do they post that? Can you kind of give me like a high level overview of like that process of it being more personal of you?
Yeah, so a lot of it's stuff that I'm doing more in the moment. So it's stuff that I'll do on my stories. And sometimes, so like what I like to do is when I'm showing houses, I'll take some pictures and I'll take some videos and I'll just save them onto my camera roll. I'm not going to post them while I'm with my client because I'm trying to be focused with them. But that's something I can send over to my VA and say, hey, I want you to prep this, put these two pictures together and make a story poll. And so then she can take care of those things where it's going to create that engagement. It looks like I'm posting often and I'm able to then focus on being with my client while all this other stuff is going on in the background. As far as with the feed posts, what we're trying to do coming into this new year is have a social media calendar. We have some of that content pre-built out. And I'm like, all right, this is what the caption is going to be. I need you maybe editing this photo that I'm going to be taking, or helping with this video, or creating something in Canva that we can then post, and then helping look up what are the most trending hashtags, putting together hashtag families. There's so many different things that can go along with it. And I don't know that I want to take up this entire call with that stuff, but we talked about this over the weekend. So definitely check out that video because we go a little bit more in depth, and we can even set up like another time to talk about it more, to give you a better idea, if that helps for right now.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Last question. Sorry. Do you have your own business page, or is your VA managing your personal Instagram?
I have a personal and a business one. So she's going to be helping with the business one.
Okay.
Thank you, Rebecca, for building on that, because I honestly wouldn't know. So I appreciate that feedback.
Yeah, no worries.
Hi, I would just like to add something that may be of help, based on what I've experienced so far from my client. And I'm not really an social media expert as well, but this might help, because what we do is we also share posts from the community. Some, maybe it could be uh, your closest friends, small businesses. When you share those posts, not only do you help the small businesses, and you also create engagement as well. So it might be of some help, uh, I'm sure, but it depends. But based on experience, that's just what we do, and I think it's a pretty good idea. And we are getting some engagements as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandy. That's great feedback.
Okay, just wanted to help a bit.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Anything will do, whatever's working. You guys please share your feedback with each other. Like I said, I'm not a huge social media guru. I just know what I see and what I've experienced through all of you guys. So please feel free to pop in. But if anyone has any other questions, feel free to fire away. Does anyone have their VAs currently handling their marketing specifically? Or is everyone pretty much handling it themselves?
In my case, not totally, but all of I do handle Facebook, and she has a business page as well as a personal page, which she taught me what she posts, and she just leaves that job to me. But we haven't gone further, like going to another platform like Instagram yet. So I think it's just that um, in her own time. So um, she's not really in a hurry right now. So far, that's what I have done for her.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. I wanted to share also. I'm working on getting that link from Justin to share that tutorial with you guys. So I'll share that in the chat as soon as he sends it over to me. That way you guys have it for
I have a question, Kristen.
Sure.
Is there for the VAs? Is there another site where we can access the recordings of Justin, or is it only the YouTube channel?
On your Kajabi login, when you go to that, I post his past Monday mastermind calls. Also, you'll have the past Q&As on the VA side of things from our calls. I post those in there as well, so you'll have access to both of those.
Oh, so every VA has a Kajabi? Because I never tried to access, or I just learned that from you that we do have one.
Yep,
Is that
I
correct?
will. Yep, I'll send you all that information after this call.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So Kristen, I have this on my calendar that today we were going to be going over a listing marketing 101. Is that actually on a different day?
No, it's today. I went over it a little bit, and I was telling everyone also, I kind of went over what I was recommending as far as calendars, setting yourself up a schedule, and then an Asana as well. Justin isn't feeling well today, so I'm taking over this call, and I'm apologize to everyone again. I was not prepared, so bear with me a little bit. But I kind of just went over, Rebecca, just to give you a little bit of a peace of mind. I went over just kind of what I was finding, and I have all of this in templates, and I'm happy to send it to anyone that wants it. But things that whenever I'm working with your VAs, because I work with them a little bit more than I do get a chance to work with you guys. But whenever you guys send them over to me and have them, if we're working on social media or how to market things like that, or how to get their social media schedule ready to go and up and running, I've created something like this. This isn't mine. I'll find mine. It's in my computer somewhere, but this is just a very basic. It's a calendar, very basic, but it's something you can set up and customize. My version where you can send it over to your VA when you get a new listing. And it's consistent. It's the same every single time. And I like you guys to kind of go in and put your own personal touches on it. So that's why I make it customized. Because your listing checklists, as far as marketing them, are going to be completely different than someone else's, right? Generally, they're not the same. You have a different schedule and a different system than someone else that you like to use. But I've just set up, it's sort of like a listing marketing packet is what I send them. And it goes over the platforms that need to be posted in. And again, like the times, they recommend that you post different times on, Facebook. There's a better time to post during the day than there is on Instagram. And Matt kind of dove into the LinkedIn part of it a while back, a couple weeks ago. And so my packet just kind of includes like time frames to post on Instagram, what kind of content you want to, post on Facebook as far as a new listing. Ideas, asking questions is pretty important too when you're posting on Facebook to get some engagement. Little things like that, that you can just have the whole packet and send it over to your VA and say, here, this is how I want my listings marketed. It's very simple and very laid out for you. Again, you would customize it to your standards, but it's just bulletproof, like you can't say why wasn't this done on Tuesday morning when it says right here this needs to be done on Tuesday morning. It's just another tool for them to have so they know exactly what your expectations are as far as marketing your listings. But that's really all I covered, in the process of going over the listing marketing 101, Rebecca. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. I really am.
No, thank you. I appreciate you going back over it. And you're going to be sending out that template, or you send it to our VAs?
I've sent it to a couple VAs. I have not sent it out to everyone. I'm happy to. If everyone wants me to just send you an email, I was trying to find it on this call or right before our call. So as soon as I find it, I'm happy to send it to everyone's email if you like. It's a 5-page packet, and it goes over like the listing marketing process. I have it from exactly what to do from the time you get the listing agreement signed and the MLS is active, exactly what needs to happen next. It's 100% customizable, so you can just tweak it as you like, but it has a calendar in there for Facebook, Instagram. I also have a Twitter one. Time frames that are respectable to post that get more attention. Just different things that I've only started that since working with Sphere Rocket, so it's fairly new. It may or may not be helpful, to be honest. But yeah, you guys feel free to take a look at it and let me know what you think, or what you would change,
Yeah, that would be awesome. I know sometimes for myself, just like getting those creative juices flowing to create my own template doesn't always work. So if I have something as a jumping off point, it definitely helps get things
Yes,
going.
definitely agree.
Absolutely. I'm happy to, I'll send that to everyone. Just if you want it, feel free to use it. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just stick it in the Kajabi, module for the VA so that they have it as well. Because I do know that, a lot of people, they want their VAs to do their social media marketing. So not a big deal. I'll definitely send that out to everyone just to give you a baseline. And then also, like Rebecca was saying, we're going to post the call or the talk from the event this weekend that they had. That's going to be posted in your Kajabi module as well. So be looking out for that. I'll probably do that today as soon as Justin gets it to me, or Matt might post it as well. But from what I understand, there's a lot of good information. And like Rebecca said, it's probably touching on a lot of the social media stuff that we're going over now that I'm not diving too deep into because I'm just unfamiliar. So check that video out. It might be a little bit more helpful. Did anyone else have any questions? Well, I don't want to take up the rest of your afternoon, guys. I do thank everyone for being on this call with me, though. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to either Justin or myself. Like I said, that recording will be up today, so feel free to take a visit over there and check it out. But I won't keep you guys. Feel free to hop off whenever you're ready, or stay if you have any other questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I'll send that packet out to everyone that's been on this call.
Thank you, Kristen. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Christine. Thanks, Christine. Talk to you later.
Thanks, Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
Hey, Randy, while I have you on here, do you have a sec?
Sorry?
While I have you on here, do you have a second?
Oh, sure.
How's everything going? Everything going okay?
Yes. Everything's going fine, and I think yeah, we're pretty much having a good time.
Good. I'm glad. If you do need anything, feel free to reach out to me, okay? I
Oh,
was just
sure.
about to message you the other day and just make sure everything was going okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I was actually actually looking for some help on Asana on this one particular um we I was having some trouble in on the subtasks, and there was this subtasks that I do. It's not really that urgent, but or I mean needed, but it's one of my daily tasks, and one of those subtasks, I check every day. But
Mhm.
however, at one point, um, when I check everything for that particular day, what happens is uh, everything is rescheduled, like from uh, from like last month. Just an example, um, everything is unchecked. from since like let's just say December 27, and every day, even though I check those and move on to the next day, what happens is Asana repeats everything. Like he forgets that I ever checked uh, those dates, and he just goes around and just everything is there. Like it's overdue, although I'm pretty much sure I've done it a couple of times by checking everything. And I've asked also my client, Renee, and she's not particular with the feature as well. So um, we've been meaning to ask for some help.
Go ahead and share your screen with me real quick.
Okay, sure.
And I'm
And what
having a class on Asana tomorrow, so if I can't help now, maybe my class tomorrow can.
Okay, sure. Oh wait, let me just share my screen. Oh, I think you're gonna have to enable
Oh, I'm
screen
sorry.
sharing.
Let me see.
It's
There
okay.
you go. You should be good.
All right. Let me just see here. Okay, let me just. Do you see my screen?
I can. Perfect.
Okay, so here, going here on my daily tasks. Let me just show you here. For example, this one. So there are subtasks here. I tried to delete them, but what happens is, I think I don't know what kind of algorithm it has, but what happens is he forgets the present dates. I mean, or the upcoming dates. So I think just deleting them. I think I have to delete them everything and just probably put new reschedule new tasks, or I don't know if there's another workaround on this. That's why I'm just curious to know. See here, it's stated on January 4. So when I check everything up and until today, what happens is it will revert back. Like it's gonna be the same unchecked stuff all over again after I check
Oh.
the most recent ones.
So check.
So
So
example, let
check.
me
Just
just.
check 1 or 2. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it doesn't show when you just check one or two. What happens is I have to check everything up to the present date. Okay, so which I would finish within the day. So I noticed that once I do that and check everything up, that's when it happens. That's when it resets. Like, let me just do this quick because I've already told this to Renee, and actually, I also tried to delete stuff. I also told her that, and well, if it can't be helped, I needed some. I needed to ask for some professional advice. So
So
anyway,
click.
okay, so everything's checked. Let me see. No, not yet. It has to be everything up to the present, up to today. So once I check everything up, see, it shows even later dates that I'm not sure why. Okay, just give me a moment. So, okay,
Take your time.
sorry about that. I mean, okay, so today, okay, we're checking today. So I check everything up, the subtasks, and I check the main task. That's when, okay, so this is for tomorrow. I don't check that. What I do is I check here on mark as complete. I mean, everything. So once it pops up again, you should be expecting just the 4 tasks. I mean, 4 checklists, and that's for tomorrow. But once it resets, oh, see, look at that. It has 10 already and 15. But if it were just the normal, I mean, when it was working fine, it should be just 4 for these two main tasks that I have.
Click the main check mark right there next to 10:30.
Okay.
That
That's what I did actually. And if I don't check this one, it will not reset. So what happens is at the end of the day, once I'm sure that I've done everything, uh, it will reset like just like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But tomorrow, I'm not. It's weird because it remembers my tomorrow list. So I'm not sure how would I approach this. Do I just you know the most basic way, just reset everything, delete all those subtasks, and just replace them with the new one, or
Let me
if
see.
there's
Well,
any.
so where it says tomorrow, see on the left, move your mouse to the left. To the left. Yeah, right here. No, where your checklists are, where your picture is, where it says Randolph.
Oh,
Right
this
next.
one
To the left.
to
On
the
the
left.
left-hand side, where your main task. Yeah, right here. So go down one and then to the right, where it says tomorrow.
Yes.
What if you change
This one?
that to today? Yeah, it says tomorrow, so maybe it's unchecking them, thinking that that's tomorrow's task.
Okay, so I just press the
Try
X
just,
button.
yeah, try just to exit that
Okay,
and
and
then
just
go over and re-click. Well, don't put anything there for now and go over and re-click those ones you were trying to click
okay.
and see, because that's a lot.
Yeah, and
That's a
it
pain.
didn't happen before. Everything was working fine before until one day this just happened.
Maybe it could just be a technology, you know.
Yeah, it could be some glitch or malfunction. I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure though. So anyway, I do appreciate you helping me here.
I'm sorry, no, I've never seen this before, but it could just be a glitch, but I don't know, maybe try that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
a
still
pain, that's a
appreciate
lot
it.
of checks.
Yeah. So
Oh
at
my gosh.
so at some point I just didn't mind. We didn't just mind because it's it's not really that the tasks are just for a checklist, not really that important to be recorded. But of course, we just want to know if we could fix this.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
try
could I?
that. In the
Uh,
meantime, I'll look on my end too. And I'm having a Santa class tomorrow. So how about I call tomorrow?
okay, sure, that would
And
be great.
I'll see if I can figure out that issue too if you don't in the meantime.
Okay, that would be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Let me know if you get it fixed though. I'm curious to see what it is.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I appreciate your time.
Of course. And Randy, feel free to reach out to me if you ever need me, okay?
Yes. Okay. Could it be like could I go to you directly like on your give you a message or on the groups? Because sometimes maybe it's just wrong timing, or maybe we're busy at some point. If it's okay, could I message you?
Yes, absolutely. Please. You have my Facebook information, right? From posting to the VA groups. I post the calendar every single Monday. So
Okay,
go to
sure.
the VA hired. Yes, please add me on Facebook and feel free to message me through there.
Okay.
I connect with a lot of VAs through Facebook.
All right. That would be nice. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Hop on my call.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
All right. That will be at what time again? Is it
1 p.m. Central
1 p.m.?
Standard Time.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.